Hello, I am the first speaker of the government team acting as the Prime Minister, and I'm here to explain why lockdown can effectively stop the coronavirus spread. Now, just exactly what is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a virus that is similar to the flu, but it's actually much worse. That's an understatement. Why is it an understatement? It's because corona can actually spread through multiple sources, unlike the flu, which can only spread through animals. With COVID, it can spread through animals, cough cough, bats. It can also spread through airborne by droplet infection, through other people when they're coughing, and when an infected individual coughs at an unvaccinated individual. From the start of January 11, 2021 with PSBB, there are 270 million people, 611,000 recovered, and 18,000 deaths. And then July 4th, 2021, where the government began the PPKM program levels 1 through 4. COVID cases has risen up, 27,000 people infected, with a total of 2,284,048 people infected. July 8th, it gets worse, much worse. 38,000 totaling to 2,417,000 people infected. And now July 10th, 30,000. It's better, but 5 days later, at July 15th, it skyrocketed to a whopping 56,000, totaling over 2,776,000 people infected, with a grand total of 4,153,355 people as of September 9, 2021 infected, and 4,158,731 people as of September 10th, 2021. As you can see, in one day, 5,000 people got infected, and from the data above, it is why I personally believe that a lockdown is necessary to stop the COVID-19 spread. What we mean by now, the government is pushing us to get vaccinated, but that doesn't make us completely immune to the virus. If anything, it's going to help us combat it if we catch it, which is why the lockdown is still going to be effective. What we mean by lockdown is a restriction policy for people or a community to stay where they are, with an exception for completely vaccinated healthcare workers, policemen, and delivery service workers. Why? Healthcare workers still need to go out just in case of an emergency, just in case of a medical emergency, for example, an accident. Policemen go out to keep law and order just in case of any riots in the middle of a lockdown. Why should they do that? And delivery workers to help people deliver their supplies in case some communities are undersupplied. For example, the low-class citizens. We believe that a 1-month lockdown is enough time to stop the spread. Before the month-long lockdown begins, we will give the citizens approximately 2 months of preparation to gather food, water, hygiene-related items. We will also socialize it through any news outlets and social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, the benefits of lockdown are as follows. Firstly, for those people who are not vaccinated yet, or they are allergic to it, and the ones who are already fully vaccinated, lockdown is an effective way to protect them from catching the virus. Why? It's because if everyone is at home, it means that the interaction among people is going to be minimized by a lot. It will also give the people who catch corona time to recover, and also give the people who recently healed from it more time for their immune system to reset back up. Second point, sleep is also essential of boosting our immune system. Back before the lockdown, we don't really prioritize sleep because of other responsibilities like overdue work, overdue homework, etc. Now that lockdown is in effect, it causes everyone to work from home and therefore get enough sleep by getting more sleep, which means a better immune system. Third point, before lockdown, everyone was busy and was not able to focus on their personal life. Lockdown will help us with our personal life, make time for more fun activities, let us connect with our families, hang out with friends, video call through friends, and it helps our mental health improve as a whole. With the points above, lockdown helping us heal mentally and physically, which will help stop the spread of COVID, help you connect more with your friends and family, and it will actually stop the pandemic. Thank you for listening. That is all from me.
Dear judges and fellow delegates, I'm from the second speaker of the government team. Since December of 2019, the world has been experiencing a global pandemic of COVID-19 that has been spreading at alarming speed. The pandemic is affecting people across the world. Many of them are exposed and even killed by the virus. The Indonesian government is regulated to the limit of the spread of the virus, which is called PSBB or large scale social restriction or PPKM or emergency public activity restriction, but we've seen it's not very effective. So the best way to limit the spread is to have to enforce lockdown. Lockdown is necessary especially in the early stage to flatten the curve and limit the spread of the virus. As we learn over and over the past, the economy needs strong public foundations to grow and the eventually will not recover until the virus is under control. Although the lockdown might cause a short term of domestic and allow further spread of the virus, it will eventually cause even greater long term of economic damage. As cases, deaths are more, workers will not be able to work efficiently because the fear of themselves and their loved ones. By having the virus under control, the lockdowns may pave the way to a faster economic recovery and people feel comfortable. Students are also benefiting from his lockdown. Students are often feel comfortable in a certain comparative pressure through their academic life. They will inevitable compared to the performance with classmates and feel lag. Through the online learning, they can learn in their comfortable space, which is their home. Students can also spend the time they usually spend commuting to study and rest. Moreover, children can also spend more quality time with their families. We can sometimes do entertain ourselves during the lockdown. First is we do some crafting. If you don't have any money to afford an online course of crafting, you can just do it by yourself. The internet has been full of tutorial making craft, and making the craft is going to make you boost your mood during the lockdown. Second, we have to do a little bit exercise. Since the lockdown has put us into nowhere, we must do a little exercise to avoid any injury in our body. Third, we can join an online competition. Joining an online competition will motivate ourselves into study more. Plus, with the certificate participation and the winning certificate, it could probably be so helpful for our future and for our future jobs. Fourth, we should do our house chores. With the lockdowns on the line, we could probably clean our house more so we can probably clean and shiny at the same time. Fourth, we should do another language course. If you don't have any money to afford an online learning course, you can probably just do it yourself again. The internet has a lot of applications to afford any online course, and plus, it's free. So you can probably learn the grammar, the speaking, and writing at any time and anywhere. With the activities that we've done over the last 1 month, we believe that it's enough to lower or even stop the infection rate from the virus itself. With the infection rate and the fatality rate has been reduced, the government will announce that the pandemic is over, but the citizens must stay in their homes until further notice. But the government has given all clear, the people has given to get out from their homes. Although many of the citizens are still nervous of it, but most of the citizens are willing to try to get some fresh air. A few days later though, we're going to put on a vaccine so that our people can resist from the virus and avoid any further pandemics. After a few days of the vaccine, the government will open jobs so that we can recover our economy. Students can also go back to school and hope for a better education from the online learning. From the statement above, we believe that the lockdown can effectively stop the pandemic in spreading over Indonesia. Thank you.
Hello, I am Naya, the third speaker of the government whip from the government team. I'm just gonna go straight to the point here. We don't have any other choice, we need to do a lockdown. Just like what our first speaker said, the numbers of daily cases keeps breaking up. Adding on to that, our country itself has registered 138,000 deaths from COVID-19 as in 10th of September, data provided by our World in Data. Our first speaker has also stated that lockdowns would help people recover from COVID-19 since the recovery period is 3 weeks, with the recovery rate between 97% and 99.75%, data provided by webmd.com. It will also limit people from having physical contacts from other people. So, theoretically speaking, The chart of COVID cases should be going downwards since COVID-19 is transmitted through droplets and contact infection. Increasing the distance between people reduces the risk of COVID-19 infection. With people staying at their home, it will slowly stop the COVID-19 spread. Lockdowns itself can help reducing the air pollution since people will stay at their house. Recent studies have reported improvement in air quality due to restrictions placed upon industrial activities during the lockdown. Another study shows that they have also dramatically improved air quality. Air pollution in urban areas declined up to 45% during lockdown, with air quality improvements persisting even after lockdown measures were lifted. Lockdown in various countries like France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and China led to the shutting down of power plants, transportations, and other industries, which resulted in drastic decrease in concentration levels of NO2, CO, and etc., but spikes in ozone concentration simultaneously, primarily in Europe and large Chinese cities. Speaking of Chinese cities, one study claimed that NO2 emissions fell by up to 90% in Wuhan at the peak of the outbreak, and we believe that with the reduced air pollution, it will also reduce the COVID-19 spread since the oxygen concentration level will be high at the time. With the environment having high concentration level of oxygen, it will slowly kill the viruses in the air. For the lockdown preparation, we will have approximately 2 months of preparation time for the citizens to prepare themselves with food, electricity, and hygiene-related stuff. And we will give the stuff to the citizens gradually so it won't get flooded with people and make the COVID spread even much worse. For those who are homeless and having financial problems, we will make shelters and also providing food and clothes. We will also be providing money for those who are having financial problems. We will make shelters on abandoned buildings and unused fields, and after 2 months of preparations, we will do the lockdown on certain region that has been stated by the first speaker. Our second speaker has said that students are also benefiting from this lockdown since they can do schoolwork in their most comfortable spaces, which is their home itself. And I think most of the students can agree with that statement too. They can also learn how to manage time, even though online school can be stressful. A study claimed from a total of 3,679 students from 7 countries participated. A whopping 21.9% and 13.7% of the students in the study experienced mild to moderate and severe to extreme levels of anxiety. But we can assure you, once the COVID pandemic is over by doing 1 month of lockdown, you guys can meet your friends, families, and such just like before the pandemic started. With statements that have been said, we believe that lockdown can effectively stop the pandemic. Thank you.
For our closing statements, we concluded that lockdown is a stay-at-home order, and we believe that it can help us stop the spread of COVID, give us more time for the infected to heal, lets us get more sleep, gives you and your family time to be together, and it increases your physical and mental health. It also lets us have more fun together with friends. Environmentally speaking, it can help reduce air pollution, lets the ozone layer heal itself. Also, with the high concentration of oxygen, it slowly kills the viruses. And after all of this, we can go back to our daily lives, having fun with friends, hanging out with friends, etc. That is all from our team. Thank you for listening, and as always, stay safe.